What's up guys, welcome back to another Destiny 2 weapon review video. Faction rallies are back for the second time this week, and obviously you can earn an exotic catalyst, either from Dead Orbit, which is Graviton Lance, Future War Cult, which is Sunshot, and the New Monarchy, which is the Sweet Business. In this video, I will be going over the Sunshot Masterwork Catalyst and if it is good or not. Let's review the weapon's perks. So it comes with Sunburn. This weapon fires explosive rounds and highlights targets that take damage from Sunshot. Chamber Compensator, stable barrel attachment, increases stability, moderately controls recoil, and slightly decreases handling speed. They have Accurized rounds. This weapon can fire at longer distances, increases range. They have a trait perk, which is Sunblast. Targets killed by Sunshot explode into solar energy. And they have Textured Grip. The friction on this weapon's grip is particularly strong, greatly increases handling speed, and then slightly decreases stability. Now, how to obtain this exotic? The Sunshot you can actually earn from the original Destiny 2 campaign, but it's really not that hard to earn it from an exotic engram or even from Xur or something like that. But if you want to get the catalyst, you must hit rank 50 while pledged to Future War Cult during a faction rally. The way you obtain the Masterwork version of the Sunshot is by getting regular kills, right? And Sunblast kills where an enemy explodes on another enemy, and essentially you can chain explosions, right? A lot of people did the Escalation Protocol level 1 and they just gathered up a bunch of Thrall. There's like a little cheese you could do on Nessus and stuff like that, but once you get that completed, you can apply the catalyst and you get a huge increase to range and stability. Here's a summary and my thoughts on the perk. So Sunburn, essentially you get explosive rounds on the hand cannon, which is like definitely a top tier perk, especially for a lot of activities. Anything that's a Better Devils, Nameless Midnight, the Trial Scout Rifle called Purpose, etc. All those do really good AoE damage if enemies are near each other, and they perform really well in like any and all activities, right? Let's go over trait perk Sunblast. This perk essentially is a glorified version of Firefly, except you don't have to hit a headshot to make an enemy explode. Plus, if the enemy you killed explodes and kills another enemy, you can chain explosion, which I mentioned before. You can also do this constantly in PvE, and it's also happened a few times for me in the Crucible as well. Even if you didn't get a double kill from that initial explosion in the Crucible, at least you primed your enemy, like, so you're able to drop them quicker than normal, right? The explosion takes down a little bit of their shield. You go in, you can finish them off really fast before they even have a chance to even get some shots off on you, potentially. I do want to talk about the Masterwork Catalyst as well. In my opinion, once it's applied, the Masterwork version of the weapon is more oriented for PvP, right? This hand cannon now has the best stats out of all the 150 RPM hand cannons, which makes it extremely viable in the Crucible. It's already great for PvE, like it was even before the Catalyst, so I feel like if they wanted to improve it for PvE, they would have increased the mag size or the reload speed. PvE-wise, this is actually one of the weapons I actually have some footage in some PvE activities, so I can say that it performs basically like normal, right? You get a kill, enemy explodes, potentially explodes other enemies, right? Having the increased range and stability makes it more accurate, yes, and we all know it's great for PvE. Plus, it's even better now, especially now that it can make orbs. I feel like that's the only good part that this Masterwork actually brought to it, was that when you get double kills, it makes orbs, obviously be able to get your super faster and help your team get their super faster. PvP wise, in the Crucible, this is one of the best hand cannons to be using currently in my opinion. Again, its stats are amazing, plus having that AoE damage is pretty great. Just like Better Devils, it performs pretty awesome. The only downfall is that the mag size is pretty small, so you're going to have to be reloading pretty often. It took me a few matches to get used to the recoil pattern, but as you can tell, it's pretty easy to use, right? Even in like in-air engagements. Obviously, the chance of you getting a double kill from the explosions isn't super likely, but I've had it occur for me for a few times. I feel like these 150 RPM hand cannons, especially even ones with just explosive payload or explosive rounds or whatever, they're pretty good in-air engagements as well, so this thing can perform well in a good amount of situations. Plus, I highly recommend using the Quark Star Ornament, which is the new Warmind one, because for some reason it makes the weapon feel more accurate. Again, that's just my opinion, but I personally thought my shots connected more with the ornament attached versus either its normal version or even the Red Dwarf Ornament. I don't know what it was, I just felt better using that. Finally, my ranking is a 10 out of 10. Overall, the Sunshot has been, it's been a good weapon even before its Masterwork, right? The Masterwork version just improves it even more for every activity, PvE or PvP related. This time around, I feel like a lot of people are going with Future War Cult, just because Dead Orbit won last time, so I feel like Future War Cult is definitely going to cop the win this time. We're going to be able to get that Omelon sidearm, but I highly recommend grinding FWC, trying to hit rank 50 and get the Catalyst. In my opinion, it's extremely worth it, plus it steps away from the meta in the Crucible, and it feels good whenever you get a kill with this thing. People explode, it's awesome. Alright guys, that's a review and my thoughts over the Sunshot Masterwork. If you guys want to help support me, there'll be a link below to say best way to support me. It'll take you to a 4-minute video. If you want to go check that out, awesome. But if you don't want to do that, you can always like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, turn the notification bell next to subscribe for being notified when I drop some new content on the channel, and then comment what you guys want to see below. I'm making content for y'all, so whatever you're going to see, try to get out there as quickly as possible. Also, Discord link is below. It should be one of the first links there. We're letting everybody in. There's no requirements. You don't have to be part of the clan. You don't have to you don't even have to follow me on YouTube, really, right? So if you want to join the Discord, we have some chat channels going about some current games, obviously Warmind, The Division, Fortnite, and then some future games that are be coming out like Anthem, Forsaken, The Division 2, other games like that. And we also have some LFG voice chat, so if you want to get you and your team inside a crispy audio connection, we have that there. We have Destiny, Fortnite, The Division. If you have any suggestions, I can add some stuff onto that as well. So if you join, you're like, hey Dave, can you add this? I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.